Hey everybody, it's Thursday, and once again, I'm starting off a stream all by myself. But today we're going to talk a lot about the big House Milsim games coming up, um, Geigerlands Q&A, and of course, we're going to go as long as you all keep giving us impact and feedback and everything else. So, um, welcome everybody. So, if you guys have any questions at all about the upcoming games, of course, the more you more you comment, the more that um, the more that you chat, the more that we reply, and it just builds up on the content and everything else. So feel free to go through. Yeah, this is the one of the brighter shirts I have. It's all tie dyed. Um, so yeah. uh, Today is Thursday. These are our Big House Milsim days where we talk everything that happens at the prison. Um, so real quick, as a show of hands, I'm just going to keep asking this: how many of you guys here have already gotten your Geigerlands tickets, and how many people have not gotten their tickets yet? We really are trying to see. We have like I think upwards of 200 people that said, "Oh, I'm going to this event," but it's not reflected in ticket sales, um, which is not like horrible, but at the same time, we just need more people to get their things. Hey, buddy. All right, where's that one coming from? Probably from Geigerland's community page. Let me open up that chat. Let's see. Nice. No, it's not there. Is it on my page? I don't know who that is. What's up, Paul? Nice, Ben. I have no idea where the person was chatting at. um, we're going to talk a lot about the Geigerlands game and everything else. Um, so if you have any questions, it's the perfect time to ask, especially if you have any questions about kit or weapons or anything else. We do have one update, or actually two updates. Unfortunately, uh, Jackal Tactical will not be at the event. Paul has to go for surgery that weekend. Um, who is that? Who said they wish they were going? Ah, crap. I need Smurf. Let's see. Is it Geigerlands community? No, where are you commenting from? Yes, there will be barbecue. There will be a brisket. So I'm actually going to be seasoning it up here real soon. So I'll be able to check that out. Let's check Pig House Mill. So maybe it's there. I have no idea what you're commenting from. Spaz, where are you commenting at? Is it Pew Pew? See, I don't know where you're commenting at. Meat for the tubs. Um, all right. So, like I said, Jackal Tactical unfortunately will not be able to attend. He has to go for surgery for pain management, and due to the numbers and the price of fuel and all that, unfortunately, On the Go Surplus will not be there for Geigerlands. It's just one of those things that is the victim of our current economy. So, um, thanks, Smurf. Um, I'm all by myself here again. It's just weird because I can't see where he's commenting at. All right. Okay. So, for a lot of you guys, if you guys are going to be coming up on Friday, remember that the gates actually open at 1 o'clock. The first thing that you have to do when you come on site is you have to go directly into Building 2 to get registered, sign your waiver before doing anything else. So, uh, if you're making brisket, that means 200 plus people are signed up. 200 plus people have not signed up yet. I wish there is, but I'm still going to be bringing a brisket. Um, right now, I'm only bringing a brisket, so change spots there. Now you're commenting. um, so it's there'll be at least one brisket on hand that's going to be cooked to deliciousness. So I'm going to be getting that all seasoned up, getting all trimmed up nicely. Um, Yes, Tubbs, you could bring a signed waiver. Obviously, that helps us out quite a bit. Well, so with Tyler, what they were gonna do was they were gonna bring other stuff like drinks and everything else, for you guys to be able to buy while you're, like, on the field and all that. Um, it was gonna be a great option, but with the price of gas and the fact that we're sub 300, tickets sold, it wasn't something that would they have to be able to come down there to afford it and make some profit in order to go back home, it's the way that they do it. Um So, yeah, I mean, Geigerlands is gonna be a fun event. I mean, we're not gonna hit the numbers that we were expecting after Syndicate 2, so it's gonna be a lot more of an intimate game and everything else, but it's gonna be a hell of a lot of fun. I mean, there's still gonna be a lot of action, there's still being a lot of cool stuff going on, and we're still gonna put on a great event for you guys. And then once we're done with Syndicate 2, at the end of Syndicate 2, we're gonna go right into, planning for Scorched Earth. So, um well, Tyler, I don't know about where you guys are at, but here we're really close to getting sub $3 a gallon. So hopefully within the next 2 weeks, if the trends continue to go down with gas prices, then we should be able to. I'm hoping that a whole bunch of people will be able to be like, sweet, it's there. Remember, they pull a trailer and they have a diesel truck, and diesel's still pretty high. So I can understand why they might not be coming down. So with Geigerlands, if you, there was a lot of questions. Oh, that's good. I mean, that's bad, Tubbs. It was kind of funny though when I came up. I went to the prison last week when I was on vacation. Is there any weapon restrictions? I don't know. There's not really any weapon restrictions. Just remember that there's going to be limited ammo for the event. Right? That's the whole method and mythology behind this entire thing that you're doing quests so that you guys can get some ammo, so you guys can do stuff. So it's not going to be like a massive BB spray everywhere. The intent behind this is to do a little bit more negotiating and everything else for the stuff that's out there. We already got um, the bottle caps ordered for the values for the bottle caps, so we have those. We also are having armbands for the NPCs. Melee for the win. Man, it's going to be great how many melee weapons I saw. So if you guys have any questions about your melee weapons, please feel free to send them over. That's one of the big things that we obviously want to look at, make sure that everything's safe. And remember that for this one, when it comes to melee, it's light as touch. So if any of you guys have played against me before, and I come up behind you and I've tapped you, or I put my knife up on you, you know how it is that it's play. Real light, don't go hard. No. Well, I guess you guys are gonna have some armbands, but because you guys are technically on staff as well, for some of you anyway. Um, all right, I have one for you. I have one for you, but to keep it quiet. Paul's seen it. Nice. Um, so the gameplay is going to be unique, guys. This is really going to be the first event where we kick off. It's something kind of unique and kind of new, um, at least for us, especially for the prison. And we really want to build up off this. So we have such great players coming up to this event and everything else. It's going to be a hell of a lot of fun. Um, so if we actually are rolling out something kind of cool. So if you have somebody that's never played airsoft before, bring them along. They'll have a good time. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get a bunch of people to bring their stuff. I saw it behind closed doors. If I say anything else, your stream will get censored. Demonetized. Hey, Wolfman, what's going on? I don't know how to melee soft. Well, funny thing about melee. So yesterday, um, I'm really just trying to kill some time until Sin gets on, which I hope he does real soon. Um, Oh, well, no, I sent him the. Did I send the link? Yes, I did. Yeah, let's see. Okay. All right. You sent it to me in Facebook Messenger. You did? Greg's doing good. He's a bit overworked right now. Tubbs, I don't have it. Greg's doing fine. He's over. We're going to provide them, I believe. That's actually an excellent question because I just realized now that we need to get a bunch of perks, like perk cards made, and I'll need to call Christian on that. In fact, we sent him a text message. Unfortunately, Christian has to suddenly move at the end of the month, so Christian will not be there. Oh, it's my other account. Okay, gotcha. I'll check that in a second. Let's make sure I send this off to Christian real quick. So make uh, sent. Unfortunately, he's not, Paul. Uh, he. I'll send you a message explaining why. In short, he's got to move suddenly. Hey, what's up, Mister Grunny? Mister Gunny? Sorry, I don't want to say Grundy. I believe that's an extra 500 BBs, so it's enough for another 2 mags. And that one is reusable every hour, I think was the change that got put on that. Um, all right. All right. So these are excellent questions that are coming. I love keep them coming so I can go through. The ammo smith is actually something that's a really good perk. I will confirm who's also going to be our BB sponsor for the event, whether it's going to be HPA or Blue Mag. I believe it's going to be HPA, but I just have to reach out to Blue Mag to confirm. Um, it does. Um, this event, I really want people to have a good time with. So if you guys are coming out there to camp, remember you guys could sleep in the cell blocks. Um, so the mattress racks are still there. So just bring like a twin size air mattress to sleep on for more comfort. When you guys come to check in, let's go over check in and all that because we're 2 weeks out from the event. So when you guys come to check in, remember 1 o'clock is when gates open. We plan to have the first safety brief over by about 1:45, 2 o'clock. So as soon as you get on property, um, let me see here. Be good for 1 or 2 people in a group to have. Exactly, Ben. Um, you guys come in, bring your waivers, sign in, check in, register. Go over to register to Chrono. So bring your iPro and bring whatever makes your gun that you're going to be using go pew. Bring it over, get the gun chronoed, and also if you have any boffer weapons to get them inspected. Once that's done, go out, then go to the first safety brief. That's probably going to start at 1:30. 2 o'clock, you could then enter into the Geigerlands and go out and set up your encampments wherever you want to go. Correct, Smurf. We've changed it a little bit for this event, for the first event. So there was a little bit of a change. So again, this is one of the things where you guys go out there. You're doing this to, um, it's this. This is an honor based sport, right? So if people are going to go through and just start turning in to have a shit ton of ammo, that's not appropriate. But it's an honor based sport. Um, and there'll be definitely some stuff to go through. But remember, also, if they're carrying ammo and they get hit, they could be rated for that ammo. That ammo could be taken off of them if it's not already inside of a mag. So um, there's a good chance that they could get taken out and get looted. Um, so people are asking what was the percentages of stims that were going to be going out there. I believe it was the stims were 20% of the total players that are on the field. There'll be stims available for purchase or to find. Um, that's going to be sort of, I think, the running thing of throughout the entire weekend of how many people could be inside of a vault and all that. It's a standard rule of 20% of players. Hide your BBs in your prison wallet. um, so it's going to be a good time. Now, Friday night, um, you know, the game started. You guys could go out there. You could use melee weapons, but you cannot bring your airsoft weapons out onto the field. You cannot bring them out there until 9 a.m. Saturday morning, and 9 a.m. Sunday morning. So when the game ends on Saturday and Sunday, all guns come off the field. Anything that can fire a projectile has to come off the field. It's for a safety reason and everything else. So um, once you do that, you bring your guns off the field. Everything's kosher. Everything's hunky dory. Uh, we then have a good time with playing. So you guys could do a lot of negotiating and everything else. Um, awesome, Paul. I'm starting the drive up Tuesday night. So have you talked to Alex lately of when he's planning to come up? Let's see. Stims are for the weak. One grenade makes you live forever. I live, I die, I live again. um, I'm at an Xbox party with. Well, fine. You be in your Xbox party. So going over again the buildings that are not in play for you guys to use. It's going to be F3, which is F is the green room for the Asylum, essentially. So if you guys have a green armband on, or if you have the Asylum or green armbands, are the only people that should be going inside there. So if you're a member of the Asylum or you have a green armband on, those are the only ones that are going inside there. One of the things that I really want to pyro is available. You could bring pyro out there. Um, just bear in mind, I was just out there. The foliage is really wet. It's not dry like it was before, so we should be okay. Um, driving on up. I live 2 hours. Me and the Goblin are with the Asylum. We could show up early to help with any setup on Friday. Okay. The biggest factor we have to do is there's a lot of cleaning that needs to be done. Um, do I have the pictures readily available? Yeah, I could pull them up. Let's see. Um, so we went to the prison. I wanted to see just how bad the place was, and it was pretty bad. Let's see. I'm just going to put all these up here to show you just how bad this stuff was from last time, which we really need to prevent from happening again. But there was a lot that was left all over the place, and we had cleaned this place up great too. So to see as much of the waste that was left behind was a little disheartening, and I could totally understand why uh, we were in trouble and got yelled at for all the stuff that was left behind. Um, I don't need like 5 fires an hour again. Exactly, we really don't need that. Um, so let's see here. What's that? What's that? What's that? And this is just like a little sampling of some of the mess that was left behind. So we have to do a lot of cleanup. I want to point out that this entire room um, was swept up beautifully before we left. So with the grenades and everything else going inside, um, yeah, it was kind of bad. So hopefully, stop sharing. Hopefully, we won't have that again in the future. That we'll be able to get all things picked up. Yes, you can pick up trash. You can pick up trash to turn it in. We'll figure out who our trash man's going to be. That'll have caps on him and everything else. Now, some of the NPCs you guys cannot rob. All right, because we need to make sure we have enough caps and everything out there. But there are going to be some cool things to go through. We're going to try to get as many cards as we can made up for people to go through and do it. If you want to make your own like cheat sheet of the perks that you're going to come with, feel free to make them up and bring them on the card so you can tell us what's going on. Um, oh, nice. Yeah, driving through Virginia is fun until you get, they try to pull you over for having a radar detector. Let's see. You're gonna be cosplaying as the cool brother. Um, we'll make sure that we get you an armband and all that. Um, and we'll get you some caps. We have a whole bunch of caps that are on their way and everything else. So uh, Amped Airsoft will be there. The food truck will definitely still be there. We still have a band coming to play. So you got a van rental. Awesome. Um, let's see. What else? What other questions you guys got? Oh yeah, that was from yesterday. Somebody said it looked like the Predator just burned me with his lasers. Oh, I was gonna tell that story. So last week, well not last week, but 2 weeks ago, I started off the stream by bitching complaining about the guys who I almost got in a fight with. Well, guess who showed up yesterday? Let me pull up the map and I'll start showing you. So for the Asylum, you guys are going to be in F. So you guys can camp anywhere you want inside of F, inside the racks and all that. I would stay off the second floor. I would camp on the first floor, um, only because it's better in there. Let's see here, pictures. I'm in the wrong freaking folder. Bringing up the map. I want to be using .32s, I believe, or .3s. All right, here's the map. So .32s and .3s. I believe there will be some tracers there as well. I'll just double check and have everything. I'll make sure everything is set for tomorrow. All right. So obviously, guys, this is the map. The Asylum, you guys have F. 3 is off limits. These two buildings right here are off limits. K is open. Building 1's off limits. Because of the lower player count, unless all of a sudden a whole bunch of people sign up to do like purchase game day passes, whatever, we're cutting off the field right here. So don't even go down past 1. The only people that are going to go down to the basement of 1 are going to be those that are trying to hide from the Rad Storm and get through the Asylum. All right. So, the hell was that? Okay. Um, so Sin City is going to be right here. Uh, Delta is going to be the other one, and the Asylum is going to be an F. So more than likely, um, 7 and 8 probably aren't going to be used that much, and C and A probably aren't going to be used that much. It's all going to depend on the amount of players that we have, how much space that we use. So as more and more players come on, we'll expand more of the field. We want you guys to be able to engage and be around central locations. So right now, the plan is to use Echo, F, 5, 6, this building, these buildings right here, and D are like all the buildings that everybody can congregate around. The battle bus is going to probably be right over in this section right here. That's the only vault that we really were talking about, or the vault that's at the end. Um, so it wouldn't be surprised me if some people take up stage in some other areas, but most of the gameplay is going to be centered around this center area to try to keep people tighter together by nature. All right. There's a lot of ways to move around, especially 5, 6, 26 iron 4. There's a lot of ways to move around inside there. Um, for a lot of fun. Now, the other thing we will highly stress to everybody is please keep your campsites clean. All right. There's going to be trash cans with trash bags in them. We'll be driving a vehicle around to pick up all the stuff. What will a unite or food in a fashion core look like? A fusion. I'm thinking me fusion core. Um, That's an excellent question. The food is probably going to be packs of ramen because it's a cheap, easy prop to go around and use. Trust me, we'll know which ones are ramen and which ones aren't. It's okay, Joseph. Um, I don't know what you mean by unite though. So a fusion core is probably going to be a tube with a whole bunch of glow sticks inside of it. Um, uh, but I think you guys need water. Uh, I'll look at the rules. This is one of the things, right? When it comes down to this, I wasn't supposed to be the rules guy for this event. I was the guy that's talking about all the cool things that we're going to do, but I never read fully all the rule sets that broke down because it's something that's a lot more intense. So let's go ahead and pull them up real quick and let's go over them, shall we? All right. What's this over here? All right. A unit of food. Got you. All right. All right. One fusion core. Yeah. So we have to just make a bunch of these. Yeah. That's why I was pulling up the rules. Sorry. Um, so it's probably going to be packets of ramen. So we'll know what flavor it is. So don't think that you guys are going to be bringing out your own packets of ramen and stuff to go around. Again, guys, just don't cheat. um, so the stim packs are going to be painted syringes. Do I even have one in here? I do. Oh, I don't have the paint job on this yet. Oh shit! Sorry, this was the syringe I was actually using to make another prop, which is these. Actually, I think I just found a use for these. I'm going to talk to Sin, but our fusion cores might be these right here. All right, liquefied fusion things. The stim packs are going to be these. They're going to be spray painted a particular color that we know what they are, so you guys can see them. Um, so the syringes, there's going to be two sizes. The big ones, which I believe are going to be one color, and the other color is going to be a different one. So, like, I think it was only like 4 or 5 that are going to be unlimited use. The rest of them are only going to be one-time use, and they have to be redone for the future. Like reloaded, I guess would be the right way. So we'll go over all that, make sure all the props that I got an entire. I got like 100 of these. I'm not even kidding. It's an entire case of them. Let's see here. So if you guys haven't already checked out, what we really would appreciate is if you guys can come up with what the perks that you really want to go with and send them our way, like on maybe on the Geigerlands page, telling us what perks you're going to run with. So maybe we can make some easier cheat sheets so you know what you have. Um, so that way it's easier all around. Um, let's see here. Tons of Mentos. Let's see here. All right. Yeah, but I don't have a lot of those. No, well, I mean, look, there's very few reasons why having there are, like, very few perks of having a disabled child. One is you get to park where the hell you want, and two, you get excess medical supplies that you could do stuff like this with. um, so this right here is just like one of his saline bags that he used for his therapy. I just simply filled it up with water, took out took out a sharp and filled it up with green dye. What's up, Garcia? How you doing, brother? How you doing? All right, let's see here. Uh, you guys know what the armor classes are, so that should work. Ready to blood a slain Mandalorians. Oh, I'm sure the guild loves you. So, yeah, we'll figure out the fusion core thing. I'll have to have a conversation with Sin. Uh, good to see you too, sir. Hey, are you going to be coming up to Geigerlands with us? This is definitely super mutant juice if we find something else for a fusion core. So super mutant juice. All right. Let's see here. Sweet. What day are you coming up, sir? All right. Mm-mm, mm-mm. This time, Smurf, maybe you know, is Sin planning on camping out for the event? Because we don't have an RV for it, that I know. Well, I might call the guy, be able to get it. Why is there still a bubble on it? There you go. I don't know why it annoys me that there's like air bubbles inside of my saline packs, but hope or nope. Are you flying, Garcia, or are you driving? All right. Okay. The night gameplay is just melee weapons because there's no iPro on and role play aspect. So there's not gonna be like a night game or anything else. Um, all right, brother. You dragging anybody up with you? Is lovely your lovely spouse coming with you? All right, give me 1 second. I got some questions coming in from. So somebody asked, "Is there going to be? Can you buy on the field?" Yes, you can. All right, brother. Um, so yes, you can. The people you could bring people up. We're going to be taking ticket sales the day of and everything else. Um, the plans for night combat is mostly boffer weapons. I mean, if we can get the big factor is we don't want people walking around um, with without with blah, blah, blah. Brr. I cannot talk. Because people are going to be in their encampments and out that without iPro on, it's going to be real dangerous. Now, if we can, I don't think we're going to be able to get anything set up for nice. Um, I don't think we can get J set up the way we wanted to for you guys to be able to play inside of J at the night game for like a nighttime, like a little skirmish game or whatever. Um, so the nighttime gameplay, like this is 6 o'clock. It's going to be dark. Maybe it might be dark up there. I don't know. It won't be dark. So that's that's the plan right now. Now I can tell you for Scorched Earth, there's definitely plans for nighttime play in November. But for this one, I don't think there's going to be any nighttime play because of the iPro situation. Somebody asked about. Nope, still light. It's you know what it is. I went on vacation. I never should have gone on vacation because when I got on vacation, I came back and felt like I've been out of touch with the entire like everything for like a month, and I was only gone a week. Um, but I will double check to see if there's going to be plans for any nighttime play. Like I said, one of the biggest factor. Well, James, you're supposed to hit soft, man. Oh man, my neck hurts. I saw it. It's actually pretty. It's pretty cool bot for weapon. Some people asked about that the homemade grenades with the vinegar and the baking soda. If you're watching, if you didn't see the post, I was like, "That's." I was shaking my head no at it, but I was like, "That's Sin's call," and that has definitely been knocked down a bit. Um, Somebody asked also, "Are you allowed to change sides?" It's a free for all event. Yeah, Tubbs. Cool concept. I like it. I didn't realize I could do that, so I'm gonna be saving up a bunch of stuff just to mess around. But yeah, I could see the. I was like, mm. But evidently, maybe in like 4 days, I think Taggin's about to have a big announcement about Taggin products. So there might be some good news coming in about Taggin's coming back in stock. That's a general consensus that maybe they finally got their stuff passed from the ATF. So hopefully, people don't storm a government building again with tagging products so they don't get taken away by the feds, by the fuzz. Could I take my rubber knife to a broom handle? Joseph, I don't know the answer to that one, to be honest with you. Personally, I would say it's okay, but that's definitely a question for Sin, who's got more experience with that. Um, So I would definitely post that to the Geigerlands page because I'm pretty sure Sim will respond to that yay or nay. Oh yeah. So, I mean, the only thing the only thing I would think would be a concern would be the wooden handle. So, in case you hit like that, that's just wood against face or wood against chest. So, ask Sin, he'll let you know if it needs to be wrapped or something else. I love these questions, though. Keep them coming. That's fine. As long as it's rubber, as long as it's not like something that's going to hurt somebody. Where are mine? Bayonet style. Oh, yeah. Well, you're an SCA fighter. No wonder why. I want to bring my sword, but Sin said no. It's metal. Um, there will be some generators at various places. I'm not sure who's going to have a generator where. I think, if I remember correctly, Paul said that the Asylum's going to have one. Sin City's definitely going to have one. I don't know about the Sunshine Band or the Sunshine Band location, which is now going to be interesting because I have to see who's coming from Sunshine Band. But I think Sons of Adam might be the main protagonist uh, for the event. Oh, the potted meat. um, the other thing I would say is that there was definitely going to be an armor merchant in Building 5, a BB merchant in Building 5, or a straight up merchant that's going to have all the goods. That's going to be inside. If you guys have been in Building 5, it's the safe zone that you can go into to enter the building. There's a little like pass through drawer, so it's almost perfect for it. Hmm. Boy, I think the Asylum are going to get messed up this game. All right. So if you have somebody that you want to drag along that's never played Airsoft before, hit me up on the side. We might have something special for you. Let's see here. Come on, man. Sorry, my system's acting a little wonky right now. What the hell is going on out there? All right. My 3-year-old ain't ready. No, no, no. Remember, 16 and older. Paul, Paul, someone's talking smack. Um, nice, Ben. Nice. Yes, you're allowed to cook outside of a building on the field. Just make sure that there's some sort of fire extinguishing source nearby, either a fire extinguisher or a gallon or two of water, just to be safe. If they on YouTube, they don't matter. Oh, the trash talk. I love it. Um, uh, that's like the biggest thing that we always want to make sure that people are safe on. Making sure that we don't have any fire hazards or anything else. We definitely don't want stuff inside. We really, really, really need people to make sure they police their trash. The trash was a big problem. Now I usually do a lot better job where I stick around and make sure everything's cleaned up. Like on this trip, I'm actually staying until Monday to make sure all the buildings get cleaned, so we don't have any problems. I'm showing up on Wednesday to start the blowout and the sweep ups. Some of y'all might have Some of y'all might have remembered how clean it was during Syndicate 2 when you first went in there compared to Syndicate 1. And it's as if we did nothing, especially down in that basement. I'm bringing a big can opener for the Sons of Adam. If you guys have any desires of what you want to do for there, like if you want to be a merchant, like an NPC merchant, let us know. Ben has volunteered to be the trash collector. Yay! Maybe get a trash can that we could convert into like a backpack for you, man. Nice. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of cool stuff that we're going to go out there. I mean, the big factor is uh, what we're trying to do and what we're trying to achieve for this game. This is going to be the first year. I am going to ask everybody, sort of like if you were there for lockdown and you're coming, and if you were there for lockdown, I sort of prefaced it with lockdown and said, look, this is the first event. Bear with us as we grow. This is the first event for Geigerlands. It's the first time that we're running an RP event with this much detail and everything else. Bear with us as we grow with this event, right? We're going to be looking for a hell of a lot of feedback when it comes to the event. Look, Paul, I'm just going to say it like this. You know me. I'm going to be 100% neutral, but don't make me come after you with the can opener because I'll take it out. But Smurf, I got your message. I'll say it like this: if we already have a trash collector, then what you could also do then is you could be you could be the ammo merchant. You could be the merchant behind the counter selling a whole bunch of stuff, right? Um, caps are going to be let the caps flow. I'm really hungry, guys. Sorry. I'm just going to say it like this, man. You're lucky you didn't run into me at Wasteland 13. I killed super mutants for days. Smurf, I'm going to use you as a merchant. One of the ammo merchants. I'm making one. Is there still a bounty on Sin? Sure. There's probably going to be a bounty on everybody at some point. So remember at 6:00. So let's talk a little bit about the Rad Storm. The Rad Storm is going to feel very zombie game-ish as it starts to cook off. So the whole idea behind when the Rad Storm comes is those of you that are not an NPC, like somebody in the Asylum might decide that you just want to play the game and get into the safe spot. But a lot of you, like the Asylum, every NPC is going to go rabid and just start murdering people. Everybody that dies should get up, and if they want to have fun, is now part of the Rad Craze minions going across there to take out as many people as possible. So the last people surviving inside those vaults, because as it stands right now, like I said, it's only 20%. So I think there's only going to be 3 vaults at this rate with the people that we have. So I remember I was such a menace at the Zion in the tower. You had to get you to snipe me. Exactly. We're gonna be raiding and taking everybody out. We're already rabid. Exactly, Tubbs. Um, so it's going to be a hell of a lot of fun. I mean, I can't wait for this. Um, there's probably going to be a gauntlet area to go through to fight through. Um, as one of the challenges and all that. There's a lot of cool stuff that we can do that we're going to set up for you guys. So be prepared. It's going to be a fun event. And on top of that, it's a really spooky location that you guys get to explore to your heart's content. Um, we raid, we raid, we raid. There will be brisket that's going to be available. And Paul, it's going to be real easy for you guys to come and get brisket because the brisket won't be ready till after 6 o'clock. So I'll serve the brisket after the game is on. Um, so you guys will definitely be able to get the stuff there. Remember, this game's one to have fun, shake hands, and everything else. Um, which at this point, unless you guys have more questions about Geigerlands, I want to talk a little bit about Scorched Earth. And I don't know why I haven't been having this going, but you guys can get your tickets here. Brisket. Yeah. So they sent me Mastercraft sent me a new Brisket Security again. I think I think we have Brisket Security. Um, so they sent me actually a whole new smoker from the one that caught fire. I saw Missy got her ticket. Yay! This one is bring a friend. Um, Paul, how many people are you bringing up from Florida? Did we ever get Danny to agree to come, Daniel? Because that would actually be kind of awesome to drag his ass along. Brainerd Brisket Security LLC. Now that we invoked his name 3 times, Brainerd, 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 he's probably just going to show up inside a chat within the next like 30 seconds or so. Damn. Ange actually starts school on the 20 on this Tuesday. Nice. Let's see here. I think somebody sent me a message. There we go. Nice, nice, nice. Who's coming with you from Florida then? Hey, Tubb, send me a message on Facebook real quick. Nice, nice. All right. um, Ange is still contemplating whether or not she's going to be able to, if we're going to have her be able to skip school on to come up for the event. Um, more than likely not, though. My regular Facebook account, not the helmet one where I look. That other account was my secondary account because I got shadow banned, or I got banned, and not even shadow banned. I was flat out told, "F you." That other account was my secondary account because. All right, let's see here. Paul, let me send you a quick message too. Well, at least, when I got banned, it sucked because I got banned from going live. Like, how bad could it and it was and here's the screwed up thing about it, is because I put it in a short, and the short even wasn't even that bad. And I was like, You're kidding me, right?" You did? Oh. Are we not friends on Facebook? She'll have to miss 3 days. Yeah, that's sort of the same problem I have, uh, with Ange. It's like, I would need to leave Tuesday night, so she would lose 4 days. I sent you a message back. Uh, Gotcha, that's why. Alright. Yeah, we just wanna have as many people as possible out there to have a good time, guys. I mean, really, that's what we're driving this entire thing for. We obviously had the hiccups after Syndicate 2, um, but this event's gonna be a hell of a lot of fun. It's gonna be an ongoing series, and if it starts, um, it's gonna be an ongoing series, and if people really like that, we really are looking at doing a second RP event during the year. Um, we're just trying to find a different theme uh, other than the Fallout themed. So maybe something like a zombie theme, or even a John Wick theme, or something along those lines. Something that brings a lot more dynamic into it. So we're always going to have two Milsim events every year. We're going to have Syndicate, which is essentially green versus tan with the civilians in the Op 4 team. We'll have Scorched Earth, which is green versus tan with civilians that's giving a little flavor. Um, then we'll have Geigerlands, and then a fourth event, which is hardcore sci-fi. The only problem with that, Tubbs, to be honest with you, that it's like people want to do that. It's like, how many people have sci-fi related guns and stuff to wear? We're trying to do something that appeals to the more to a larger group of people, to keep them really enticed and everything else. So that's why there was like this sort of uh, desire to go towards what we're doing now. So with Scorched Earth, the storyline's real simple. It's the battle for the facility. It's you know, I think I think Sin said it best. The way that he sees the storylines were, Syndicate is how the world started to fall. Scorched Earth is just after the armies are taking each other out and the world's supposed to fall, and then Geigerlands is well after the fall happened. So I think that's what we're sort of going with the storyline: the Nationals versus the Federalists, trying to take over one of the last oases here. So it's kind of interesting. It's almost as if we should have switched Geigerlands for Scorched Earth, so you actually have a progression thing every single year. Um, but one of the things that's going to always constantly change, like with Syndicate, we adapted the storylines for what happened from Syndicate 1 to Syndicate 2. Same thing's going to happen from Syndicate 2 to Syndicate 3. I think I want to do is we got to sit down with the team and really talk with the team about what we're going to do for the second RP event. I really want to do a zombie style event as well. The only downside with the zombie style event is how long does somebody die and become a zombie, um, and how long do the zombies stay and all that other stuff. Um, so that's why. What about the chapter of rebuilding? Maybe that's what Scorched is. The two factions are trying to rebuild after Geigerlands. um, but all the stuff that happens during Geigerlands will continue to modify the future events. So the great thing about this is that the players get the ability to modify the story as we go. You guys just found this oasis in the lands where it's resistant to persistent radiation. There's rad storms that come through. Um, I'll take a look at it. Uh, I'm an avid reenactment enthusiast. Enjoy the Fortnite dynasty. Cannonball. Funny enough, we actually will have the Fortnite battle bus at the event. Go Land of the Dead route. They can still use weapons just slow and choppy. That's actually a really good idea, Tubbs. Um, it's the biggest factor is the attrition, right? So it could be one of the things where um, how how to explain it. What I see a lot of these people coming to the events is a lot of times they want to have these great moments and they want to have the trigger time and the stuff that when they come out to the event. So even though it's an RP style event, right? Um, they and this is my thought process. So this is like some of the things that we talk about as a team. And um, people find we a lot of times have attrition of players if we have evos. That's why Scorched Earth is going to go from 10 to 5. And so it's going to be all day. And there will be a night game section that I believe will affect. Honestly, I have to go back and check with the team. I really don't have all the setups that we have or what the final decisions were for Scorched Earth, except I know it's going to be 10 to 5 and then 10 to 2. So 10 to 5 on Saturday, 10 to 2 on Sunday. Friday nights are always the JTF missions. That's how we get the civilians up there to do all the cool stuff with the pyro and all that. So going back to talking about the zombie game, if we go with that. So what happens when a player gets taken out and turned into a zombie? Um, if they didn't sign up to be a zombie, how long do they stay a zombie before they go? Right. Um, so that's always the factor that comes into play is how do we balance out the realism of all right, well, if you think about it, eventually the zombie should have attrition across the entire floor. I'd probably end up stealing the zombie rules from Bad Blood, which is zombies can run until they're hit, then they got to walk, and then I'll probably just have them take more time downtime instead of a minute they have to stay kneeling down for like maybe 2 minutes instead of 30 seconds. But um, the bigger factor is like you don't want all the players to get eliminated within like say the first 45 minutes because then what are they going to do? The zombie should be what I'm thinking of a zombie game, sort of like The Walking Dead, is that they should be sort of a threat, but not the main factor, if that makes sense. So it's a way that we can have the game continuously going on so we don't have to do like 1 to 2 hour evos. Um, maybe if somebody gets turned into a zombie, they have to stay a zombie for a certain period of time, like maybe an hour before going back to respawn or something like that. It's something that we have to sit down and figure out the rules on. But I really do want to do a zombie game. What the hell is that? Yes, sort of like the flooding of the the areas. The zombies really should be secondary. The fighting and everything else that happens naturally between the different encampments going for limited resources should be the other thing. Or we could do something that's like a dead of winter type thing where every hour, if your encampment doesn't have a certain amount of resources, somebody dies. Oh, I had that gun. That pew pew machine. I had it. It's gone. It got stolen. Sad panda. All right. So But Cannonball, yeah, we're looking at doing something Fortnite-y as well. It's another option that could also go down the route. Um, you know, it would almost kind of be awesome if we had the ability to make sure that no guns would walk off the field. That we stash a bunch of guns all over the field for people to go through, find, pick up, and use, and all that. That would also be kind of awesome. Um, so, I mean, there's stuff like that I think we can ultimately try to do. We could try a lot of different gameplays and stuff like that. Um, I'm open to it and hoping that we can get something like that. Huh. Okay. Sorry. I just I just came up with something that you guys are probably gonna like. um, ah, inspiration hits. So yeah, um, so it's gonna be a lot of fun. Scorched Earth. I'm hoping that since we moved it a week earlier, we don't have the snow issue, and we go up there during the 50 to 60-degree weather. So it's gonna be nice. So it's gonna be nice and uh, cool, but just not cold like it was last time. All right. Um, it's we've been at this for an hour and 9 minutes. What other questions do people have? Because there are none. I want to talk about a pew pew at sea real quick, and then close up for the night so I can get back to work doing some crazy stuff. Sorry, give me 1 second here. Scorched shows will be hot tubs for tubs. Oh, Paul, you guys are camping in F, unless you want to camp outside the. You could camp out inside the building, in your building if you want. If you don't want, you can camp out in the parking lot. So here, I'll pull it up again. So if you don't want to camp out on the field, Paul, you can camp out over here at 11 over in the parking lots. If you obviously you might want to camp out right here in F. Um, so you can camp out inside this building. I just said this. You're probably not going to want to camp out on the second floor. So keep it to the first floor. We'll make sure when you guys get there, we'll get those places swept out for you, nice and clean. And if you want, the way that F is set up, you can actually use this front entry area here to allow people to come in if they want to trade with you. I don't know why they would, but if they do, you have like a reception area. All right. Are there any other questions about Geigerlands? we will have meat. um, all right. So if you guys can, bring a friend, bring people, have them come out. If they never played airsoft before, if like they've never played any airsoft at all, just reach out to me on Facebook. We'll have a conversation. We'll see if we could do something special for them. Like literally, they're only the first time ever coming in, especially if it's a spouse. If it's a spouse and you already bought your ticket, just consider there. Just bring your spouse along for the ride. Um, we'll have them come out and have fun. Now, if you want to be an NPC, remember we need at least 3 different merchants out there for ammo merchants and all that. We already have a trash collector. We have an archivist that people need to return books to. So if you want to be one of the chemists that does that, there's a couple of cool things that we need. Reach out to us so we can give you those things. With that being said, go to obhmilsim.com, get your tickets for Geigerlands if you haven't already. We will be able to take tickets at the door, although we prefer not to. We honestly prefer to make sure that we have people going through, especially when the game starts Saturday. Almost all of our staff are going to be playing the game, so we really want everybody to be in and done and ready to go Saturday, so we don't have to worry about taking, going through the process of chronoing and everything else. Other than that, I want to move on to a couple other quick things here. And this is shameless plug time. All right. So shameless plug time. Some are basically evil players. Hey, some neutral players might want to trade with you, So, hey, doesn't Asylum always want indentured servitude people? Shameless plug time. If you guys really been enjoying what we do with this channel and everything else, we actually add some subscriptions at the top of the page. So every month we're going to be doing a raffle for something, whether it's going to be free tickets, or as we get more and more subscriptions coming in, we'll be raffling off guns. I shouldn't say that. Raffling off pew-pews and other cool stuff as well. So if you guys can, help support the channel. We really need it. If you're on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. There's a couple of different options that you guys can do. Also, if you can, check out screechdragon.com. That's where we have all of our patches and everything else. If you still wanted to get your hands on one of the cartel shirts, there's still some of them that are available. We could really use your help and your support to build stuff up. I mean, we have a lot of cool things going on for the rest of 2022, and we're really going to try blowing stuff out of the water for 2023. We're going to try bringing you guys some unique content moving into 2023. We just need your support. So if you can, check out the subscriptions, smash one of them. Anything helps us out. And actually, if we get subscriptions, it actually boosts up on the algorithm. Kind of weird. So that's the shameless plug time. So really, if you guys can help subscribe to the channel, help us out grow, so we can give. The more we get, the more we give. All right. So with that being said, let's move on to something that in the last 15 minutes or so, we are definitely going to be talking about Pew Pew at Sea. All right. So Pew Pew at Sea is a cruise for airsofters. Now, it is going to be, sorry. My son is it's almost as if he's yelling back there. All right, let's pull up everything. Callie, come here. Callie, come here. Callie, come. Come on, I need to shut the door. Get out of the way. Thank you. All right. Pew Pew at Sea is going to be March 3rd through the 6th, going out of Port Miami. It is a cruise for airsofters. So we're encouraging everybody to come in the Thursday before, because we want to take over Miami Airsoft and play at Miami Airsoft. We are still working with Bahamian government to see if we can get some of the pistols and stuff imported into Bahamas, so that way we could play airsoft at Bahama Paintball. So we could actually be known as international airsofters. However, if that still doesn't happen, we're still going to have some giveaways and everything else that will happen. Now we'll do the giveaways on the boat, but we'll give the prizes when we get off the ship. Um, all right. So it's going out of the Port of Miami. The cost for the channel, sorry, today's actually been pretty busy with some cool things, some stuff I can't talk about yet. Um, let's see here. Let's close all this out. All right. All right. So for interior cabins, like if you have never been on a cruise before, um, and it's your first time going on a cruise, typically you're going to drink and go. You're going to do. You're not really going to be in your cabin all that much, right? You're mostly going to be inside. You're mostly going to be out on on the ship somewhere doing something. So you always go interior cabin as your cheapest option. Um, for the interior cabins, it's $792 per cabin, which comes out to $396 per person. Okay. Balconies are 1,048 um, for the balcony. This or 524 $524.36 per person. The only thing that's not included in that is the drink packages, and there's two. One's an unlimited soda package, so if you really don't drink all that much alcohol, it's just $11 a day, um, as anyone should. uh, but the all right, yes, sorry. All right, so the adult drink package is $70.74 per day. Now, all these prices I gave you includes all the gratuities, all the taxes, everything. So you're not going to get hit with surprise things unless you do one thing that is entirely stupid, which I never recommend anybody do, which is to go into your mini fridge. In fact, I call and tell, lock my mini fridge, please. Because if you go into the mini fridge and you take any of these things, they're going to charge you. And if you don't have any money when you go to disembark, yeah, um, they're not going to let you disembark. It's actually a big pain in the ass. So, like in my case, it happened to me once, and it never happened again. 12 by 24. Um, so it's going to be it's going to be really awesome. So it's essentially 3 nights, uh, 3 days, 3 nights at sea because we technically come back in on a Monday in the morning. We leave Friday afternoon. So uh, if you've never been on a cruise, it'll be a lot of fun. We get to hang out, all the people. So it's a good way to actually meet and hang out with other airsofters. We all are in the same hobby, same sport, having the same amount of fun. And we mean to do it as a season opener. So with it being early March, it's usually still winter up north. A lot of fields might be closed or not operating. It gives a chance for everybody to get down, go over where everybody's going to be going for the year for events. You know, we'll have some exclusives for our events that are going to go up. We might have some exclusive from a couple other event hosts going out there, giving some sneak peeks of what some of the stuff's going to do. So it should be a hell of a lot of fun for everybody to come out there, and you guys get to be able to play at Miami Airsoft. There will be brisket at my house Thursday night. um, so after we play airsoft, we go have some meat. It'll be a hell of a lot of fun. So check it out. If you guys are not a part of it, go to facebook.com/groups/ pew pew at sea. That's the group name, and go ahead and check it out. There's a lot of cool stuff that we're going to be able to do. Deposits are only $50 per person, or $100 per room. Now, if you don't know if somebody's going to be going with you, um, I'd put $100 deposit down, and when the other person that you know is going to go puts their deposit in, goes through. The other thing you could do is join Carnival Cruises very important guest thing. If you do that and you get a cheaper deal, you could actually take the cheaper deal and apply it to and get it and still be part of the group. So if you're interested in doing it out, like I said, here's the event itself. Here's the link to the event. You guys can check it out there. But if you guys are looking to go through, and here's the group. I should probably have done that too. If you're trying to find somebody to go with, like you don't know anybody, we can get you set up with a battle buddy. We were doing that before for the last time. I can tell you right now, by hell or high water, we're going on this cruise. At least I am. I've already paid for my cabin. I'm good to go. I'm whether it's only me and one other person, I don't give a damn. Or if it's just me and my cabin mate, I'm going on this cruise. It's gonna the temperatures that time of year here are like the low 80s. So for some of you up north, that's going to be warm. For us down south, it's going to be cold. So it all goes in. There we go. So come check it out. I mean, there's a lot worse ways that you guys spend a weekend than partying on a cruise ship, going over to the Bahamas with a bunch of airsofters. Let's see. Yeah, that's a cool thing that you could do also with the cruise ships with the doors and all, or like with your cruise door. You can actually decorate your outer door. So I'm gonna have probably the Players Wanted logo up there and all that. I got myself a suite. I spoiled myself. Which if you decide that you want to do a suite, those were a fully responded ocean suite is $1,198.72 or $599.36 per person. So I'm gonna be chilling. I'll be chilling in my suite. When I get just a little bit too drunk, I'll go upstairs and hang out. So it's one of the few times you guys will actually see me like hammered, because I'll drink on a cruise ship. So with that being said, guys, if you guys have any questions about any of the stuff that we talked about tonight, now's the time to ask. I mean, obviously it's been me all night. No co-host tonight. Everybody left me. You have until September 12th to get your to put your deposits down, and then you also have until December 12th to pay off your cabin altogether. So that'll work. So for a lot of people, so if you're like, oh man, I don't have the full amount, I'm paying. Well, I was going to, and then I was like, screw it, I just paid for my entire cabin. But I know one other person that's going to be paying in series. Well, I know. I just have no co-host on here tonight, Smurf. All right, so 4 more minutes. So if there's any more questions, I'll go ahead and answer them. If not, we will go ahead and leave it on. Oh, while I wait for questions to come in. So I told you guys earlier, I ran into the guys that almost caused me to get into a fight last time. This video was kind of hilarious. If you guys want to talk about, the guy really does not know how to call hits or anything else.
Right there, no, I shot you first, man. Same fucking guy. Oh, you didn't?
I realize what the guy problem is. He's got no penis. That's the reason why I like to cheat so much. Um, I double dinged him right in the no zone, and the guy didn't even flinch. He actually went to still continue to play the game, even though he got hit. They ended up getting kicked out of the game, kicked out of Miami Airsoft for the night for the cheating because there was a ref for Miami Airsoft that was off and playing with us when all that stuff was going on, and it was kind of amazing just how much cheating these guys were doing, how much complaining they were doing. Let me see if I can find that one and upload it real quick. Here we go. It'll take a second. But these guys got so salty because, I guess wherever they play at on the weekends, they must think that they're operators or something or do good work or play well or something. But when they come to Miami Airsoft, they get schooled by us. I mean, and I could see why. I could see why they just get steamrolled because Miami Airsoft has unlimited respawn games, right? So any indoor arena is going to have unlimited respawn games. They just keep going back and forth and around and around. You've exceeded number of video clips, really? Sorry, guys, 1 second. Could I delete some of these ones? Hey, Tink Goblet Baker. So I told you guys, look, it was an hour. It was almost it was a half hour from when since we said his name 3 times, Brainerd would show. It just took a little time for him to get out here. Hi, Brainerd. How are you doing, sir? All right, it's processing. So I think where they play at, these guys must use medic rules or anything else, and they have limited lives because they move and just play so slow. But MA, almost every single game, unless it's a punishment game, like the players are being punished for cheating or not calling hits or whatever. Every game's unlimited. So, and since it's only 30 or 40 seconds to run back to respawn and get back to where you were, there's no reason to move slow at MA. It's always high speed. And when I say that we pushed these guys so far into their spawn, it wasn't even funny. Like most of the guys refused to come out. This crew, however, decided to keep coming out, and they just weren't going to call hits. And they got so frustrated that they broke hard. Now this time I didn't get mad. I didn't do the whole shoot them up and down or all that other stuff, but it was kind of bad. Just how bad they were cheating. I mean, it was freaking horrible. Like the dude that was in the black that I was yelling at, the black shorts. I was shooting him in his bare arm, and he didn't call it. But check this one out.
How many fucking times you gotta get shot?
Yeah. So, oh, what the hell? I probably shouldn't have touched that. Yeah, so they got so pissed off that I'm walking back to spawn with my hand up. They decided to shoot me like 20 or 30 times in the back. So at the end of that game, I went out and I took a look at the ammo they were using and wondering how the hell can they be so inaccurate. They're using some of the guys were using 0.12 gram BBs, which was absolutely pathetic. The other guys are all like, "Well, we have tracers," and I was like, "None of your shots are actually tracers. They're like not coming out as tracers. You might have a tracer unit on there, but they're not coming out as a tracer." And turns out they think that a tracer is supposed to like because they have the Bifrost like I do, and well, it lights it up for like maybe 30 or 40 feet. It doesn't go that well, but I mean, their hop ups are really off. I got shot there in the face and I scratched it. Um, so yeah, it was just pathetic. So with that being said, if there's any more questions about Geigerlands, I'll answer them. Scorched Earth or Pew Pew at Sea. Um, let's go ahead and get those questions in now, and because I really want to end this in the next minute or two. So evidently, I can stop my face from freaking bleeding. Um, oh, now you decide to show up.
I can't hear anything. Give me a sec. What? Come on.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Look, everybody, it's Sin. He finally decided to show up.
I made it to Boston. Speaking of which, if you live in Connecticut, learn to drive.
One of the things that we were always going to looking at doing was to load up speed loaders and stuff like that. I mean, um, yeah, we're not trying to prepackage BBs beforehand. I'll rephrase. I'm not prepackaged BBs beforehand.
Not I.
Sir, there was a shit ton of questions I had no answers for.
All right.
Because, I got to go back all the way back up here to see where they are. One person asked, can they duct tape a rubber knife to a broom handle?
No.
Okay.
Contrary to redneck engineering, duct tape is not a secure method.
Yeah, because I take a rubber knife to a broom handle. That was one.
I can see it now. Broken broom handle sticking out of somebody's eye. Was that Stu? Did Stu ask that?
No, actually, Stu hasn't been on at all tonight. That was Joseph asked that question. That's what he's talking about. That special ammo that comes in with most guns, the small baggies, the best to throw away. Exactly, man. It's like because I was wondering why the BBs like I could literally be 30, 40 feet away, and the BBs just curve to my right or their left. And it's like I'm and then here I am, I shoot twice and I can see my BBs go right into them. But they're gonna go. Should I send the boffer pick to Sin? Yes. Send all boffer weapon picks to Sin, please.
Yes. Yes. Let me deal
But
with hotel internet.
yeah, Ashley sent me a question about she said that she hadn't gotten back to her about transportation or staying or anything else. So
She was just at my house. I'll deal with that later. All right, sorry, I'm scrolling up. Bayonet on my gun? No.
oh, you're on almost all the questions were on the YouTube page.
Yeah.
Are we able to
I
cook
realized,
outside on the?
yes, that I can answer that one. I already did.
Yeah. Right.
So when you're at least you're on here, so when we're done with the stream, we can sit down and talk because there's a couple things I realized we don't have prop wise. We don't have fusion cores, sir. So we have to make some.
Fusion cores.
I mean, we could always use these.
Nope. Let me raid my basement.
Okay.
Where I literally have a metric crap ton of random Star Wars crap that I'm trying to get rid of.
So there's as it stands right now for tickets, there's only going to be 3 vaults. So,
Right.
and then we'll just go to like Winn-Dixie or something and buy the things of ramen that we're going to use as the food.
Okay, Tubbs, you send me a photo that's instantly blurred with an NSFW warning on it. So before I click on this, I'm going to tell you no. Oh. Not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Pad those handles? Yes. If you pad these handles up, yes.
Let me see, because I think he sent it to this account. Oh, to my other account.
Yeah, I know exactly what those are. But the fact that it was tagged not safe for work instantly by Facebook. What in the... Thanks, Joker.
What?
I'm gonna review this laundry list of things that just came in later. I will reply to each of you either tonight or Sunday night. I have way too much crap to get done tomorrow.
Oh, is it stuff that you're all tagged in?
No. You told them to send me the photos. How do I sound, by the way? This is a completely new mic. I had to grab a new Rode mic.
You sound fine.
All right. It's got a bunch of buttons on it. I'm tempted to push, but not really.
Yeah, you're coming in loud and clear.
All right. I have no idea what this does.
That's an echo, sir.
Nice.
Let's see here. All right.
All right. Any other questions I can answer?
Oh, what the hell is this?
Quiet but clear. Yeah, I grabbed my Yeti and I realized I didn't grab the stand for the Yeti, so I stopped by a Walmart on the way in and grabbed this $20 mic, which has features on it that my $150 mic doesn't. So I'm just waiting for it to catch fire.
Huh. That's something to talk about.
What?
I'll tell you later.
Yeah. So we need to make reactor cores. We need what, 3, 4?
Let me see. I guess I should have checked this more often because I got a bunch of stuff here.
Where? Well, while Joker's lost in paperwork at the moment, anybody else got any questions I can answer?
All right. Quiet but clear. They're filled with polyfill now. That's kind of interesting. All right. So I guess I should have checked that account more often. I guess I got to be bounced between 2 accounts. All right. So we went over stuff for it. We were talking a little bit about, making sure that there was plenty of fun stuff for everybody to do when they come out there. So even with the lower numbers that we're going to have, told everybody that, there's going to be some interesting things to do. So we might constrict the area of play where people are going to be able to play at.
I'm completely down with it. I need to double check the food truck stock to make sure it's ready to roll, but I'm going to be downsizing that based off tickets.
Yeah. So
Also, if people are going to come and cook their own food, Jesus Christ, stop sending me photos.
So I sent Christian a message about what we're going to need for those roll cards and how we're going to print them all up and all that. So that's going to be interesting because that's something else that hasn't gotten done yet.
Eesh. All right.
So we've been asking
Casters
people
and
to,
2x4.
huh?
Is it casters and 2x4s?
What for the role play cards or for the
Oh,
rolls?
the role play
The
cards.
perks.
Okay.
The perks. Yeah.
Oh, we haven't gotten those done yet?
I haven't received anything.
All right. Oh,
Mhm.
we can deal with that later. I'm bringing my big ass hammer. The wood isn't wrapped in foam. Wood isn't wrapped in foam, but it's only for show. I'm not going to use it in gameplay. So, if you can, the first 4 inches underneath that hammerhead, pat it. Because if you bonk somebody short, even if it's by accident, and they take wood to the head, it's going to be a problem.
So I'm really liking the idea of getting a whole bunch of the get good to be the jet.
You just want to make people suffer for an advantage.
Yeah, straight. The ammo perk. We talked about it before, so I'll just reiterate it again that it's instead of once per day, it's once per what was it, hour every 2 hours. They can get a real load of ammo. That part of it is leather wrapped. Okay.
Okay. Jesus Christ.
I know I'm getting blown up here too with stuff that is not even related to all this.
Really, Paul? Really?
Oh man, that's great. That's classic. Stay classy, my friends. Oh, so to show you, Sin, since it's going to be smaller play, show you where the new play area is. It might change if we have more, like we've had a bunch of walk-ons happen, but we're putting the line like right behind E. So
All right,
this
that makes
this area,
sense because then it's building 2 to E is the hard line, everything forward.
yeah. So
Yeah,
J's
because
also.
honestly, at that point, there's no point going down. Yeah, there's no point going down there.
We're probably going to keep it all within this center area right here. So E, D, F, uh, and then the center building's right here. So everything's going to be contained to that area. All right. So one of the things I was talking with them, like one of the things I mentioned earlier was coming up with like a zombie type game. Um, but I'll talk to you after hours about that thing I put up inside the
All right.
area there. Smurf's going to be one of our vendors. Um, some of our best things have been those inexpensive things, ones that we've grabbed on the road because we forgot things. Um, yeah, the Asylum building is building F, and only Asylum allowed to go in there. We just need an archivist to do the book stuff. Ben volunteered to be the trash man, the trash collector. So they earn caps by bringing them trash. If that one guy shows up again, that was like the massive trash compactor. He's going to be his own. He's going to be his own merchant bank. I explained to everybody that we lost Christian for the event, but we got a lot of people coming. And then I showed this. The hell? Where'd it go? Damn it! I'll show you later. I literally shot the guy in the penis and he didn't react. Twice.
I mean,
It was a
God,
ding
was
dong.
that line from Ghostbusters? This man has no dick.
Try not to get demonetized, sir.
Sorry,
I've been so good.
I already showed a deep dick. All right, for leather wrap, yeah, got that. No, but even if we have a low turnout, we're still gonna run the event. It's still gonna be a blast. I think it's a combination of weird dates and people just trying to get. Nobody planned ahead because of gas prices. Is what
Yeah.
most events you got to plan like weeks ahead, so nobody is expecting to be able to go. But lately, a lot of events are being planned right on top of each other, and it's kind of weird.
Like now we have for Scorched Earth, they have AMS is launching their black site too. So it's like
Wow,
that hurt us.
Yeah, but where is that one?
Alabama, but it's pulling people that were going to come to our event.
Yeah. Speaking of which, it looks like OSOP might be showing up. Yeah, no, it's gonna be. We're gonna have fun. It's gonna be a great chill event. The band is still on board. I'm bringing my DJ rig. He bought new speakers just to use them in a prison.
All right. Yeah, so that was pretty much, and we talked about coming from Florida. It's going to cost over $400 for gas there and back. Trust me, man, Paul. I know. I'm aware.
All you folks with the small penis mobiles. Yeah, I'm looking at you.
My truck gets great gas mileage. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. I don't have a monster truck, man. I just have a simple 1500. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Don't you me. It's a V6, fucker. Demonetized.
I'm gonna laugh in 60 miles a gallon.
You could do that. I'm eventually gonna get my Cybertruck, sir.
Just check the windows before you leave the lot.
Check the windows.
Oh God, minivans are even worse than pickup trucks sometimes. I did drive a 95 Dodge Caravan for a few years, but it wasn't a Dodge Caravan under the hood. And it got me out of many a speeding ticket.
All right. So
you know what, Tubbs? I'm gonna see if I can pack the karaoke equipment just because I want to see that.
Sin.
Papa just texted me. I sent him that picture of the Papa technical kit.
I'm sure his I'm sure his response was oh so positive.
Oh, it was. I'm not saying it on stream. No, Tyler. Actually, you want to hear a funny story? It's completely airsoft unrelated. So I bought a Dodge Caravan from a police auction with internal issues for $100. I bought a police interceptor from a police auction that had major body damage for $50 because nobody else wanted to buy it. I paid my buddy $50 and a case of beer to put the engine, transmission, and suspension into the minivan. I once got a speeding ticket coming out of the Jersey Turnpike going uphill. They clocked me at going 85. And I told the judge, I showed him pictures of my van. I said, Your Honor, if you tell me I got this vehicle from 0 to 80 something miles an hour from a dead stop uphill, I will gladly pay that ticket. The judge looked at pictures of my van, laughed, and charges got dropped. I never lied. Dude, that was like 93 in the middle of DC.
Can you share a link to the police auction?
No, seriously, if you live in a rough town or a rough city, there's police auctions almost every weekend that they just want to get rid of vehicles. So if nobody bids on them, they go back to the lot. So sometimes you can get, right, they're usually wrecked, crashed, or shot up or something. But you can get them fairly cheap. There's a lot of YouTubers that do that. Whistle and Diesel's one of those guys. All his cars he gets come from the police auction.
All right. So we're almost at the 2-hour mark. I also talked a bit about Pew Pew at Sea and about Scorched Earth. So Scorched Earth, we're using your story. We're using your time frame now. Syndicate started it, right? Geigerlands is the after effect, and then Scorched Earth is the rebuilding. But I also talked about doing a zombie game. You know, the possibility of like the fourth event or the second RP event to be a zombie game, and trying to figure out ways to get a storyline like that to work, to where people are not trapped as a zombie all day, essentially, because we want it to be we want it to be like a nonstop game or whatever. You know what I mean?
Oh, I got a couple ideas. I
'Cause
never sent you the write-up I sent to Christian for Brink.
But because I something like that might work really well as the second RP style event. But the zombies shouldn't be the primary threat; it should be a secondary event. So the zombies should not be there to overtake all gameplay. It should only be there to really start causing pushes, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah, so on the original write-up for Brink, there was a push mode. Basically, when we needed to move bodies, whoever was in respawn, their timers got ended. They respawned as zombies. When they died, they came back out. Their stuff went back into play. We were going to use it as a pushing mechanism to keep things moving. Well, the whole premise was, if you're sitting in respawn, you can stay in respawn, or you can cut your timer in half by going to go chase your friends around.
Yeah, I have a feeling that what might work better is something like maybe for those that are not zombies, that they if they become a zombie, they have to stay a zombie for an hour before going back out and respawning. Something along those lines.
The problem is when you put arbitrary time limits on that, like that, you're going to have player attrition because there's a bunch of players that do not want to be a zombie for an hour. They want to do it for laughs.
But you see what I mean, right?
No, I get what you mean. It's just if you force it, you get player attrition.
The other downside is I'm getting myself out of SMG game. Is it because SMGs can't go full auto at the prison? Is that why you're doing that, guy, Tyler? It's just like, screw you guys, let me go full auto. I'll go get something I can go full auto with.
It sounds like he's going to learn to aim. I'm just saying, almost every SMG guy I know, it's Bert. I think I got it.
It was so funny yesterday when we were at MA, because we show up there and there's a bunch of Speedy Boy loadouts, right? And I'm like, oh shit, here we go. And we go to play our first game, and we like completely, completely spawn camp them, like to the point where I'm sitting on the white car, and I put my gun down, and I was like, "All right, I'll just run the knife." Let me put it this way: a guy ran into me with the knife out. I had the knife out.
There's
Like,
not enough room or long lanes at MA for Speedy Boy style. Like you can't get momentum without getting shut down.
oh yeah, they can. If they play right, they can. Like one guy did. I mean, one guy on that was playing against us did. He had the speed, and he had everything else, and he was going fantastic. Because he got behind us a few times, he went rushing in, and that's fine. But so the second time, you know that pile of flooring that I would sit on.
Yeah.
While I was sitting there, these guys kept running past the far wall, trying to shoot me from the port side spawn, and they just kept missing. And I'm just like this, pink, 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 pink. What?
Called it.
I don't have a good damn thing in full auto. I just keep finding myself buying SMGs. Look, I love my PCC9. That's why I have 5 of them.
Oh, I forgot. I have it on very good authority. Your custom built pistol will be making a miraculous return at Geigerlands.
Nice, because I told you about that yesterday.
I know, but I don't. He contacted me today to confirm it was it and that he was bringing it.
Okay. He's coming to Geigerlands to bring it, or
Apparently, he lives in PA. So yeah,
I thought he lived in Jersey.
I don't know. That's what he says.
Okay. So I like to ask an NPC. I would like to ask if an NPC power armor user who has a machine gun with no select fire is allowed to use trick control and very short. Please say yes.
It's
Yes.
always short control burst with an LMG. Always short control burst.
Yeah, Paul. What are you talking about? You can.
Yeah, dude.
Are
If I
you talking
catch you
about in
going ham on
buildings?
it,
Are you talking about in buildings? I think that was the question for before.
if you're talking about in buildings, no. No. I don't care how well I trust you. No.
Because as soon as you see it, yeah,
Because as
as
soon as you do it, some other jackass is going to do it.
and then some other jackass. Paul, do you need my stoner or something? Do you want one of my stoners? Hey, what's up, Wolfman? A P90, another P90, ARP9, KA PDW, a SEMA Platinum. Tyler, you're a lot like
You
me.
almost got the full spread, man. You just all you missed is like the X9 Nemesis.
So P90, 5 PCC9s, 3 4 ARP9s.
No. Oh, hey, speaking of P90, I can't. It's bugging me all day. There's an import platform that takes P90 mags, and I cannot for the life of me remember the name of
An M4 that takes P90 mags?
it. The import platform that takes P90 mags on the top. It's a real steel gun, and they actually have a airsoft version of it. I
I have no
cannot
idea.
remember the name of the same earlier. They used to have them at Evic on
Oh
sale,
shit.
and I've been trying to find one for a while. I got my AP. Is it the NPX? No, it's not the NPX.
The classic Army PX9. Um,
I got my APS right and I can use indoors, I guess. Yeah, it's APS. I don't need to tell you what that stands for.
What's up, Chris? That was weird. I bled through there. Hey, Chris, those guys from 2 weeks ago came back today or yesterday. Hey, Paul, do you want to use that? That has select fire. It's also HP8. It's all good, brother. It was great. They got kicked out for cheating. It was awesome. Chris was there for the almost fight where the guy shoved me and he moved back, not me. AR-57.
It is the AR-57. That's what I was looking for. Yeah, it's an M4 platform that takes P90 mags.
Yeah,
It's ridiculous.
Paul, if you want, that G&G right there has select fire, so you can go semi or full. That one up there, the Stoner, has select or full. So you have options if you need it. Echo or AR-57. So will I, sir. So will I. The following Wednesday, I will not be there though, because I'll be up in PA. In fact, I'll probably leave to start the trip up. So 2 weeks from Tuesday, might be an interesting time. Might be an interesting stream that night. All right. Are there any other questions about the events? I still think Chris should come up to the prison with us.
One of us. One of us.
Wait,
I have a thing.
The
One
only
of us. One of us. One of us. One of us.
I have that prison game up in Pennsylvania in 2 weeks, man. I told you about it. So the only gun that is not upgraded on this wall, or that's not a piece that's a piece of shit on this wall, is that one LMG way up there that's doesn't even work. Needs to be HPA'd. Any tips on over-the-ear headsets? No, I don't.
Make sure they are compatible with your radio on the prong end. The number one problem everybody keeps having is they spend so much money on really expensive headsets to come and find out that it's a tri-prong or a dual prong and their radio's not.
Paul, some LMGs actually come with a select fire. Like if you're actually looking at getting it, the G&G CM16, it has select fire. At least I think it does.
Thanks, Tubbs.
It does. Safe, semi-full.
Tech question: any way to mod a machine gun to have a select fire
That's
switch?
the question
Depends
I'm
on the
answering.
gearbox. He said mod, not comes with.
I know, but it might be cheaper from the mod instead of modding it. Just get a CM16 that's already ready for him, so he doesn't have to go
You're not
through
wrong. But if you want to mod it, really depends on the gearbox. It was
the
the standard
Stoners
version 2 gearbox. Oh, you had to say fucking A&K. Hold on.
buy a G&G
Probably
CM16.
not.
Buy a G&G CM16. You'll be so much happier. I'm telling you. Between the amount of work that you're going to want to do to get it done, Sin got a new hop up and the V12 works flawlessly now.
Nice. I figured it was something weird with that when you were telling me about it. So the A&K, yes, is doable, but it requires a lot of fucking drumming. My suggestion is either buy a new gearbox or buy a different gun.
Stoner has select fire, and the G&G CM16 has select fire, and I think the Crytek one too.
The problem with A&K is they take a lot of non-proprietary parts from other platforms, and then make them and put them together to the point where it becomes proprietary. Like it's fairly annoying because your selector bar is actually slightly longer than a standard M4 version 2 gearbox selector, so you have to drill it down and move the notch, and then add a fucking lever to it. And it's not worth the time. Yeah,
I'd
honestly,
rather
man, just
I'd rather do what I did.
I mean, yeah, at this point, I just drop an HP engine in it, either the fusion engine or like a F2. I'd actually just go with the fusion engine. That gives you all the functionality. Plus, you can adjust your airflow left, right, center, however the hell you want to do it to get that perfect burnt or indoor Ernie. I don't discriminate. Um, yeah, dude, just run. Honestly, you're right. Just run it to the ground until it's dead and drop an HP engine. And Wolfman, yeah, dude, the V12 is still one of the beastiest fucking HPA systems ever made, and I really wish they'd continue making them. If I have time, Paul, I ain't promised nobody nothing.
we ain't gonna have time at the event. Are you kidding me? Well, I guess you're getting there when Wednesday night.
No, I'm gonna be up in PA as early as Tuesday.
All right, I'm not getting there until
I'll be
Wednesday. I'm leaving
I'll be
Tuesday.
30 minutes away.
Okay, I'm leaving Tuesday to get up there. So
No, I'll be on site Tuesday to do a walk of the grounds and check in with les bosses
yeah,
and to
we have
see
to
what needs to
start.
be done.
We have to start cleaning the bottom of 6. We have to clean the bottom of 1. We got to clean the 3rd floor of 1.
I'm
And
sorry, you want to build a seat? Okay, you you want to drop a V12 into an ICS body to build a CQB gun? Get an ARP or an AR-556. Do not waste your money on the ICS body. Don't do it. Because to get the V12 to fit, you're going to have to Dremel the inside of the body. And if you screw it up, your alignment's going to be off the entire lifespan of that gun. Just save yourself some money. Heck, find a platform on E-Bike's Boneyard. Shorty Force. Oh, dear God. Hey, man, your money, you do you.
you have fun with that. Yeah, I don't even know what the costume I'm going to bring yet.
You don't know what?
Costume I'm going to bring yet.
I got mine. I got to finish doing some work on it, but it's done.
It's funny because I
So
have.
much to do.
Dude, tell me about it. So much to do, so little time. So, still don't know what we're going to use these for yet, but we'll use them for something.
Drugs.
No, they're not. They're radioactive. Look.
Dude, it could be radioactive drugs. It could be Zydrate. Dude, seriously, if you already have them, here's the thing, guys. This goes for everybody. If you've already got a crap ton of bodies laying around and you want to do a goof build or just to see what it does build, don't buy a new body. Use what you got, dude. Everybody knocks on plastic bodies in airsoft because there's
I
this
love it.
milsimmer mentality. But I get more upset when I break a metal body than I do with a plastic body.
I love my
And to
polymer
be
bodies.
honest, throughout my entire career of playing airsoft, I have broken more metal bodies than I have broken polymer bodies. Not to mention, when you get as old as we are, hugging a metal gun around, dude, nah. I'm good. Anybody that held my Space Cat at the last Syndicate understands what I'm talking about. There were pistols out there that weighed more than my gun.
Oh. Jackal Tactical will not be at Geigerlands, nor will On the Go Surplus. I think I told you that.
No, it's the first I heard.
Jackal, he's got to go to surgery.
Jesus.
For pain management, and then On to Go Surplus, they need to have the guaranteed 300 players in order for them to make the trip up. Since we're at this time, we're not gonna hit the numbers because of they're they're pulling that trailer with an F350, I think it is. or a Dodge 3500 diesel. Yeah, they need 300 players at an event in order to make it worth their while.
Understandable. Misty won a Classic Army Nemesis with a MOSFET. Dude, the Nemesis actually is a kind of beastie gun. The problem is the mags are damn near impossible to find.
I have a shit ton
I
of
mean,
those
you
mags.
can mod the ARP9 mags if it.
The ARP my mags are the Classic Army mags for the Nemesis.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are.
I can guarantee you they're not the same mag. Unless you gem that some bitch in there.
They're the Classic Army 9mm mags that they make for it.
The notch is definitely lower on the Nemesis mag. I've had to mod 16 of them thus far for people because they do not lock in.
It's literally the Classic Army mags it's the Classic Army mags for the Nemesis. That's what they make them for, and they fit into the ARP9.
Yeah, they work the other way because the Nemesis notch is lower. They won't work the other way. The ARP9 mags will not lock in place on a Nemesis. The Nemesis mags will lock in place on ARP9. I have proven this factually, literally trying to fix them. Because I've had to line up an ARP mag next to a Nemesis mag. The notch of the Nemesis mag is slightly lower than the ARP9 mag. Now, people have slammed them in and got them to lock, but then you have to fight with it to get it out.
All my mags are the Classic Army mags anyway, so I don't care. But I did raffle off
Tyler knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, Classic Army was smart.
Well, my statement was right. The Classic Army mags I was using for work in the Nemesis. You're like, no, they don't. I was like, yes, they do. I literally said Classic Army mags.
The ARP9 mags, which are not the same mag as the Classic Army mag. The stock ARP9 mags, do they say G&G ARP9 on them? All right, now he's going to run off and grab something and watch it's just the Classic Army mag. He's going to shove into an ARP9. Fox Crytek mags, EMP mags. I love my EMP mags. I like the Crytek mags. My biggest disappointment was the new Lancer speed mags. Everybody's like, I know, has them working on their guns just fine, but for some reason they won't lock into my MTW. But they'll lock into my buddy's MTW. And I don't know if it's because they changed the mag cache between the first gen and the second gen. But I bought a box of them that wouldn't fit, and I was kind of annoyed. The Lancer mags fit it too? Yeah, I haven't played with the Lancer mags at all. Are those the weird colored Lancer mags? He's literally in his backyard right now going through all this stuff trying to find this damn mag. Yeah, Tubbs. I was at Amped and they tried them in the MTW they had there and they locked in just fine. And then when I got to the event, I tried to lock them into my MTW. They just wouldn't lock in. It was so fucking weird.
Are you talking about that notch right there? Or are you talking about this back notch?
The back notch.
ARP9 mag, Classic Army mag. They're exactly the same.
No, they're not. I can even tell from that photo. It is. I'm telling you, it's slightly lower. Yeah, why is that one shaved down a bit?
It's not.
It looks like it is.
It's not.
I love how I'm pointing at my screen like you can see what I'm pointing at.
It really isn't. It's not shaved down. It's just dirty. And see, that's that's the ARP9, and look, that says, well, you probably can't read it, but it is the Classic.
Yeah, no, that's the Classic Army mod. You can tell by the letter on the bottom. But then you are one of the unique people on the entire planet that managed to pull this off without breaking the mag.
I'm just telling you. I like when I was looking, I was like, what?
But you're using ARP9 though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so the Classic Army mags work in the ARP9.
But I'm telling
Nobody,
you, the ARP,
except for you, apparently, can get them to work the other way.
it's a shirt.
It's a shirt. It's got to be. Yeah, I heard about the LT35 mags. I haven't had a chance to get my hand on them to see if they work, but people say they work. But no,
They're
I've had to
9 mil.
modify a bunch of mags for people.
The are the LT35s also the M4 mags? Because those ones I have, and they're freaking fantastic. They're better than the PTS mags, and they're half the
Really?
price. Yeah,
I gotta get my hands on them. I gotta get my hands
That-
on some.
and they're
No, we were talking about the Lancer high speed mags while you were off in La La Land
that's
because
what I'm talking
it's weird. The ones I had at Syndicate, they won't lock in my MTW, but they locked in the other MTW that was on site. It was just weird.
You talking about the ones that?
Yeah, the color combination ones. I thought you weren't going to get another SMG there, Tyler. You're pretty.
You're talking about these, right?
Yeah. I got a set in blue, and I couldn't get them to lock into my MTW.
I need to get a set of blue as well. But these are freaking fantastic. Like, I don't want to ever give props to anything Lancer Tactical made because their guns have been garbage to me. But these things, fantastic. They're better than the
Everybody
PTS
kept
mags.
telling me that. I was so sad when they wouldn't work.
The PTS the EMP tip mags blows it out of the water. I also got a $3 raise to get doing a new kit.
Dude, I'm right there with you. So I realized I've got a Milsim kit in just about every single color. So I'm actually doing a cyber theme kit. This is my next kit. I never said I wasn't going to. I just want to see how that was. Yeah, while you're gone, Tyler's like, I'm thinking about getting an LT35. Might be my next SMG purchase. I was like, did you just say you weren't going to buy another SMG? Yeah, no, dude, everybody keeps telling me that those mags are awesome. I just gotta get a gun to lock into.
Yeah,
I'm probably gonna swing by Amp on my way up if you want me to pick you up anything.
Amp's going to be at the event.
Yeah, I know, but
Okay.
every time I expect something to be there, it's not on the trailer. So I just go by the store now.
Oh, guess what I found?
Your
And I
dignity?
fucking lost it again. Oh, no, there it is.
Huh! That reminds me, I still have a bunch of stuff to spend at e-bike.
Yep, I found that.
You want to
Well,
HPA your P90? I mean, you can do it. They make a kit for it. It's just,
I can hear the judgment from Sin now.
I mean, HPAing it takes away its major flaws. Next kit's going to include the Pokemon Hawaiian shirt. Clear. $416 with it. Get a $417. Be a real man. Get a $417. Be a real man. You can get, dude. You can love. My only gripe with the P90 and Airsoft is actually I think Crytek solved the problem. For the longest times, they only had 30 round mags for it. It was just idiotic. And then the feed ramp on the mags would just snap off because when you put them in and pop them down, if it was off by that much, they would just snap off. That was my biggest gripe with them. I have two sitting broken. 2 417s or 2 P90s? Dude, Tyler, I think you should just go full in with the Pokemon thing and just get some EG67s, paint them up like Pokeballs. Yeah, that was my only gripe, Tubbs, about the P90. Was the mags suck. I wanted to set up a Stargate kit, but
Yeah, I can't wait to play
Apparently,
with
the
my
new
new.
Tri-Tech guys are better.
I can't wait to play
Sorry.
with my new high kappa.
It's gonna be fun. I'm gonna
Well,
have to
really,
give it a check.
huh?
I'm gonna have to check it before you run it because I don't know what happened to it.
I got to get more mags. What really pisses me
That's
off is
why I want it.
when all my pistols got stolen, all my mags went with it. I had like 6 high kappa mags, my Wolfsbane, but I did get a replacement rose gold GTP 9. So, and I ran it yesterday, and people were so scared of the gun, they were calling hits without even getting shot by it. I'm waiting for the video to process to show you. It was really fun, freaking hilarious.
Yeah, dude. No, I wanted a P90 back in the day because I was gonna run a Stargate kit. Just because I got sick of like the standard Milsim kits and impressions at every goddamn event. I just wanted to do something different, be weird. That's why I have a unicorn onesie and a unicorn kit now. Because when things get serious, I go strap it on with my unicorn backpack. It's hilarious to sneak up on people with it.
Where the hell did you come from? I'm only missing the bells on. But hey, Sid, check this out.
Sorry.
That hurts like a bitch. God, fuck. That's GMT?
Yep.
God, fuck. Oh, fuck. Holy fucking.
That was close.
That little, I don't know if you saw the full front of that clip, but as soon as I come around the corner and I shoot, I shot into the middle of Blockbuster, like nowhere near that guy. He's like, hit. I'm like,
They fear the pink. Wolfman, absolutely. If you want to make a Rainbow Dash kit, do it. If somebody complains about you ruining their immersions, you just look at them and tell them friendship is magic, and then run away.
no, you have to have a glitter bomb with you. A glitter wand. Boom!
I mean, Finecraft cake glitter inside of a thunder beam makes a heck of a glitter grenade.
I'm just saying thunder wand, the glitter wand, man. Just, can you imagine that? Oh yeah? Well, here.
Melee hit.
Oh. Can we ride the pony?
I mean, you can negotiate that with Wolfman, man.
I'm staying out of that one. I don't want to get demonetized.
Yep. Glitter bees.
Uh,
Dude, I ran those at Rev 10 glitter dates. They were. I still had people like I didn't get hit, and I'm like, dude, the entire right side of your body is covered in glitter.
that's radioactive.
In the morning, I'm making waffles.
I'm making waffles.
All right. Anybody else got any other questions?
I'm bringing cookies. I'm bringing brisket. I need to go buy a brisket. All right. Can we bring glitter grenades? Sure.
Any other?
No.
So,
No.
I was gonna say, any other AO? Probably not here, because if you use the fine grade craft or the cake glitter, That means we need water to clean it off, which means there's a chance of damaging something in the building. And if you get glitter all over the building, I am not standing between you and Lauren. I'm going to grab some popcorn, and I'm going to watch.
Tell us about the Sin City party.
The Sin City party for Geigerlands. All right, so there'll be DJing and karaoke going on during the day. After the mass casualty event on Saturday, the live band will be taking the stage. After they're done, I'll be throwing a dance party until we go to quiet time. Once we go to quiet time, it'll be nothing but smooth jazz and Yanni all night.
Lulling you to sleep. I'll probably have a bunch of questions after I get the SR16E3. All right, gentlemen and ladies. We are going to get and call it for tonight because Sin and I need to talk some logistical business and stuff. Getting some stuff set up since we're 2 weeks out. Get your tickets. More tickets we have, better, more stuff we can get for you guys. So bust out the Mothman dance, my power armor. All right. So with that being said, I'm Joker from Players Wanted. With me is the man with the mohawk, the king of the high kappas, the late ass MFer, Virtue from Sinistar Customs. And until next time, may your BBs fly true and your ponies. Oh, wait, hold on. Shameless plug time. Guys, if you've been liking our content thus far, and you've been watching us over and over again, to help us keep this channel going, to keep the lights on, so to speak, please hit that subscription button. Pick out one of the options there. We will be doing off monthly and quarterly and yearly raffles with a lot of cool stuff that goes to our subscribers. The more you subscribe, the more raffles you get entered into. So if you guys can, please smash that subscribe button. Help us out. Help us keep the lights on, and keep us away from our day jobs as kindergarten teachers, and keep us in the bars where we belong. Until next time, may your BBs fly true and your opponents